You smell that? Love is in the air. That's right, it is Valentine's Day. You know what that means? Talk about whiskeys that we love.
I love you.
Today, I got 5 whiskeys to tell you that I love with a twist. We got 5 categories. 1, the Long-Time Lover. This is a whiskey that I have loved for a long time, and I cannot let it go. Number 2, the Spicy Fling. This is a hot or spicy whiskey that every once in a while you go and drink. Number 3, the One That Got Away. A bottle that you've had that you've really, really loved, and that sucks. Number 4, the Reliable Love. The bottle that you love, that you always have, it's always on your shelf, and you can always make sure you go back to it, and it's always there for you. Number 5, the Guilty Love. The whiskey that you love, but you might not want to admit it. Okay, I cannot wait to show you these 5 whiskeys that I love. Let's get right into them. So my long-time love whiskey is, boom, Old Forester 1920 Prohibition. We're gonna ignore the rating on that on my review channel. It's young GC, dumb GC, but I have loved this bourbon for a long time. Why? It is very affordable. It's around $60, $65. It is delicious. It is high proof, and you can find it anywhere. This thing is great for a lot of occasions, and because more people that aren't into whiskey tend to gravitate a little bit more towards the bourbon end, it's good to bring to share for parties and all that kind of stuff. This is 115 proof, 57.5% alcohol. It is just the very standard Old Forester mash bill. What is that, around 75 corn, 15-ish rye, the rest malted barley. So yeah, this thing is just very good. I have loved this thing for a very long time. I kind of also always have it on my shelf, so maybe this could also be a Reliable Love, but I got a better one for that. So please, tell me what your long-time love whiskey is in a comment down below, because this one is definitely whiskey that I always think back on that got me started into this whole thing, because now I got a bunch. This also has a lot of great notes. It's caramel, brown sugar, it's full, it's rich, got a nice cherry, like syrupy texture to it. It's a little chewy. It is a very, very good bourbon and very affordable. Let's get into number 2, my Spicy Fling. My Spicy Fling is 140.7 proof Elijah Craig Private Barrel. And that Spicy Fling, you don't have it all the time. When you're in the mood for something a little hot, give that call, get a little booty call, boom. This is very hot. It's very rich. You could have also picked a rye, but I wanted to get something hazmat-y, right? That is definitely in the Spicy Fling category. This was picked by a local Maryland group, Barrel Nation exclusive. Marilyn Monroe's on the back, check that out. It is very, very good. You got to be careful drinking it though. Again, really hot things, handle them with care. Water will go a long way with this guy, but this thing is one of the most rich profiles I've had on a bourbon. I mean, it's hazmat for a reason, super high proof. And in fact, I gotta check the year on this real quick. It's only 9 years old, which might explain why it's so high proof. This is the second hottest whiskey I have. I have a 73% guy over here. That is a California single malt, 13 years old. That one is not as good as this one. Like, just because it's hazmat does not mean it's good, but this is rich and full of flavors. So that is my Spicy Fling. What would your Spicy Fling be? And for me, it's a high proof or like a rye whiskey or a spicy Scotch if you got one. I know Compass Box Spice Tree would be a great one, but let me know. Comment down below. Oh, the One That Got Away. A bottle that you've had, you can't find it anymore. Or it's not readily available to get. Or you gotta pay dumb, insane shipping costs to get it. Mine is Highland Park 17 in the Dark. I bought this thing probably 4 years ago on my birthday. Recommended to me by the Scotch Father, and my goodness, what a great whiskey. These are limited releases, so I haven't been able to find one. I haven't actually looked that hard, but this one was in a kind of a local shop, and I was easily able to just walk in and grab it. So haven't seen that there in a long time since then. So this is the One That Got Away. Incredibly good dram. I wasn't even in the YouTube scene at that point, but all I know is that my young whiskey mind was like, oh my God, this is great. And it was over 105 proof, I think. It was definitely over the 50% alcohol, which some of the Highland Parks I got behind me are 46%, and then I got the cast strength. But man, Highland Park 17 in the Dark is great. There's also a light version. I'll put it on the screen for you, but man, that is the One That Got Away. So let me know, what are the bottles that you guys have loved and had and now you just cannot find them? So maybe next time when we find these bottles, maybe we'll buy a backup bottle, because if you love them that much, back them up. But I would love to know which one's got away for you guys. All right, now my Reliable Love, Laphroaig 10. I can always turn to Laphroaig 10. I can cry on its shoulder, I can put it in my mouth, and I can love it. It is so good. And My pricing at my store is like 53 bucks. That is insanely good. Some prices get a little high, but this thing is always available whenever I go to a store and need it. So I always have it on my shelves. It is just so good. Just one of the biggest names in the Islay Scotch world. It is what, 40 ppms. It is 46% alcohol. It is ex-bourbon. It is great. It is everything you want in an Islay whiskey. It is, I'm gonna say cheap, not just affordable. It's cheap and affordable. And if you like peat and you like Islay, bang. I'm pretty sure most Islay heads probably have this on hand all the time. This is my actual reliable love. It is just like my long-term mate, you know. I'm sorry, it's 43% alcohol, not 46. It is great. And I would love to know, what are your guys' reliable loves? The thing you've always got on the shelf, the thing you're always making sure that you don't run out of. So that's the reliable love. I might get some hate for this one, but I don't care. The guilty love, something that you love, but you might not want to admit. But I don't care. I'm going to admit it to the whole world. I love me some Jura 12 or 10. I just had 12 on hand right now. Jura 12, it is an island scotch on the island of Jura. I'm sorry, Isle of Jura. 40% alcohol. It is, I'm going to just read it for you right here. Matured in American white oak ex-bourbon barrels and aged in Oloroso sherry. It is very smooth, but for me, it is very herbal, very vegetal, very grassy, almost kind of like an iced tea there. It is polarizing, to say the least. Like, I love smelling this thing. You just crack it open, and if you guys just right now just close your eyes and just think about what it sounds or what it smells like, to walk around like 50 degrees, rainy, like rainforest. You know, you see the moss. You just see all the little rivers and ever flowing in there. It is just wet and it's earthy. That is what you get in that thing. It's funky, it is cool, it is just a different vibe than you get on anything else in the shelves. So like, I reach for this thing whenever I just want something different. And I haven't had it in a while, so you know what? Let's do this on stream right now. Not on stream, on video. Check it out. That is just iced tea, herbal, a little bit of peat on the back end of that actually, but a nice peat because it cuts through and makes it feel like it's not just 80 proof. You know, it's not as watered down as you might think it is based on the label, but man, it's good. What do you guys love but don't want to admit? You can comment down below your guilty love, and I won't tell anybody. I promise I won't do it. I won't do it. Our secrets are safe here. This is a safe space. Whatever happens in GC space stays in GC space. Well, there you go. My Whiskey Valentine's video, my 5 loves. Long time love, spicy fling, one that got away, reliable love, and my guilty love. And again, please tell me what you guys would pick for each of the 5 categories down right here. I thought this was a fun idea. So if you liked it, please make sure to give it a like, comment again, get that engagement going. Not subscribed yet, make sure you do so. One of the best ways to support me. Have a great Valentine's Day. Hope your significant others and everyone that you celebrate it with had a great time. Got the roses, got the chocolates, got whatever. And I'll see you guys next time.